next guest is a rapper, actor, poet, and activist. His new movie, The Tale, already has a 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. That's pretty amazing. Please welcome Common. I'm digging the mustache, by the way.
Well, I gotta admit, this is for a movie. This is like a 70s film that I'm doing called The Kitchen. So don't think I would be rocking this just every day. My friends been joking on me, calling me a 70s porn star.
Well, you can pull it off if anybody can, man. But you know, you took on a very important role. Starbucks has been in the headlines this month, and you're actually teaming up with them for the new training program that they're doing. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, really, I just served as a voice of narration for the day that they have today, which is about, just starting a conversation. And what's been happening with black men in America and black people, Starbucks was just a microcosm of what's been, how black people have been dehumanized. And I wanted to be a part of that conversation. It's important that, you have a black man standing up and saying what we need, and just being, with Howard Schultz, I've had a relationship with him because he first approached me talking about, actually right after Michael Brown was killed. Howard Schultz is the CEO or former CEO of Starbucks, and after Michael Brown was killed, he was really trying to figure out how to get police and the communities together. And one of the initiatives that I worked with them on was getting jobs for people in underserved communities. And I know their heart is in the right place, his heart is in the right place, but it has to be more than just the conversation, which I think the conversation today is a step. But for me as a black man, we want to see action. We want to see you go into the communities and team up with people who are doing things in the community and figure out from these communities, how can you really serve them? And we got to hold Starbucks accountable. We hold our political officials accountable, any businesses that we support, and we hold ourselves accountable. So that's why I'm a part of this conversation.
Fantastic. You have an Oscar, you have 3 Grammys, so just 1 Tony, and you've got the EGOT. If you could be in any musical, what would it be?
Oh man, one of my favorite musicals of all time is The Wiz. I love The Wiz because I love Michael Jackson. But maybe I would like to do a musical about Marvin Gaye or Gil Scott-Heron, so maybe it would be something like that. But I would love to do Broadway. It's like I go to
see
theater.
You on Broadway.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Hank.
Meantime, you got this incredible film, as we just said, 100% already
100%.
on Rotten Tomatoes. You all want to see a little bit of The Tale?
These people are important to me.
People, who are these people? Like I saw a letter from a woman. Who was that?
That was my writing teacher. She introduced him to me, and she was there that summer. That's why I went to see her.
But
I'm trying to figure it out.
Why do you want to find them when you're the victim? I'm not saying that to...
Okay, I am not a victim.
She's dealing with a lot in this movie, and this is a different kind of role for you as well.
Yeah, well, the film is very powerful, and it's a story of a woman who, as a child at 13, was in a relationship with a 40-year-old man, which she considered a relationship, but it was child sexual abuse, and her coming to grips with that as an adult. So me playing her lover and her fiance, it's really just, as a character, as a human being, as a man, I'm there to support her and try to help, as she goes through this healing process. And I think it's important, it's a new role for me, but I love it because as a man, I got to show a loving man that's like, okay, this woman my lady is healing herself, and I'm not trying to lead the way. I'm just trying to be there to support her and give her anything I can give her. And sometimes you don't know all you can give her, but you just give them love. And I really enjoy playing that character because usually my characters, I'm shooting somebody in a movie.
The beautiful thing about this is it's all based on a true story. In fact, the movie directed by Jennifer Fox, who's here in our audience.
I like the director.
we said this is a very incredible story. Why did you decide to share it with the world?
You know, I was in my 40s, I was a filmmaker already, and I just started hearing every second woman had a story of abuse or, frankly, rape. And I was shocked, you know, that I was hearing all this. And suddenly, as Common said, what I'd always called a relationship did a seismic shift in my mind, and I realized it was sexual abuse, but I wasn't able to tolerate calling it that as a child. So the film is really about the stories we tell ourselves to survive and how the mind and memory can be protective to take care of yourself with trauma until you're ready to face it. And the film is me trying to face it with these amazing actors, Common, Laura Dern, Ellen Burstyn, Elizabeth Debicki, Jason Ritter.
Thank you for joining us this morning. Thank you for joining us this morning as well, and for sharing this powerful story about something very close to you in your life. In Common, we're still trying to figure out something you're not good at.
Oh, come on, man.
You're so good at everything.
No.
And thank you for joining us too, my friend.
Thanks,
The Tale is available on HBO now.